Hey y'all, this is Stephanie with Large Family Diabetic Cooking, and we have another video. This one, we are making Swedish meatball casseroles. This recipe will make 4 9x13 trays. Okay, so what we're going to need, I'm going to read off the recipe to you because this is not my recipe. This is Jamerrille Stewarts' recipe, and I need you all to say a prayer for her. Go to her page. She is Large Family Diabetic Cooking. She had a miscarriage, I think, in June. I think it was in June. It may have been before that. It may have been in May. I'm not exactly sure. But she had a miscarriage, and she's having a hard time dealing with it. And I need you all to send her your prayers and tell her that Stephanie sent you from Large Family Diabetic Cooking to say a prayer for her and her family. She has a lot to deal with, and she just recently fell taking her kids roller skating, and she's been roller skating for years, took her kids for years, and fell and broke her wrist. So she has a lot to deal with, and the miscarriage really took its toll. It really took its toll. So just stop in to Large Family, I think it's called Large Family Table, or Jamerrille Stewart. Let me see if I have her name spelled in here. Yes, Jamerrille Stewart. She is the sweetest little baby. Her daughter and my daughter were pregnant at the same time, except her son Tobin was born before Renesmee was. We call Renesmee May for short. But if any of you have ever seen Twilight, you'll understand where Renesmee came from. So just stop in and say a prayer. She is the sweetest lady ever. I love her. I love watching her. Another one I like to watch is Kimberly Wad. And another one I like to watch is Little Village. It's either Little Village. I think it's Little Village Homestead. But the lady's name that is on there, her name is Renee, and she's really sweet, and she has a husband. He's funny. He just pops in every once in a while. He'll go, "Hi, friends." Her grandkids do it too, and I just love her. But just stop in and say a prayer for Jamerrille Stewart. She could really use the prayers and the blessings and words of encouragement. So, all right, now we're going to make Swedish Meatball Casserole. This is her recipe, and it makes 4 9x13 freezer meals. And one is going to go to my daughter's friend who is having the surgery on her knee. And the other 3 will be kept for us. 2 will actually keep, and another one we'll put aside so that way if anybody needs a meal or is running low and figuring out how to feed their family, I've got a meal here for them. You know, this is one of the things I love to do is I love to bless families. I love to bless families, and if I can do it, I'm going to. Okay, so I've got 3 pounds of hamburger meat here. To make the meatballs. We're going to do that. But the Swedish Meatball Casserole, the casserole that we're going to be making, it is 4 12-ounce bags of extra wide noodles, which I have. I have to cook them and drain them. I haven't done that yet. 1 cup butter. I'm going to double up on the sauce because the last time I made this, it was not enough sauce. So I'm going to double up on the sauce. 2 cups of chopped onions, 1 cup flour, 4 32-ounce containers of beef broth. But I'm going to use the Knorr beef bouillon. I'm not going to add any salt because there's enough salt in that. It won't make it too salty, but it'll be enough that you won't need it. Worcestershire sauce, 4 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, or as my brother says, wash your sister sauce. 2 teaspoons of salt, but like I said, if you're using the Knorr beef bouillon, it is 2 tablespoons, I think, for 4 cups of water. 1 tablespoon per 2 cups. So that would be 2 tablespoons. And 32 ounces is 2 pounds. But in liquid, I don't know what that would be. I think that is 4 cups. Yeah, I think 32 ounces is 4 cups. And then 4 tablespoons of your Worcestershire sauce, 2 teaspoons of salt, but like I said, if you're using the Knorrs, do not use that. Do not use the salt. 1 teaspoon of black pepper, so you'll use I will use 2 teaspoons because I'm doubling the recipe. 2 8-ounce blocks of cream cheese, I'm going to use 4. 1 cup of heavy cream, I'm going to use 2. And 2 48-ounce packages of frozen meatballs, but I'm making my meatballs homemade. So that's what we're getting ready to do right now. I want to get my meatballs rolled and in the oven, and then we're going to put the sauce together. Okay? So, whoops. I got started a little late today because I had told you all earlier in another video that someone had spilled something in my oven and didn't say anything, and I opened up the oven and was getting ready to turn it on, and I noticed something on the foil on the bottom of the oven, and that's when I decided I better look a little further, and it's a good thing I did because there was grease spilled in the oven and nobody even bothered to clean it up. They just shut the oven door. So, but you know, that's why I pay attention. I pay attention to everything. So didn't want no little grease fire happening. So all right, let me wash my hands. I opened up the door to get some air in here because I got the oven running, and I let in a little gnat. So let me wash my hands real quick. Hands, and then we're going to get started. We're going to put all our stuff in our I need fresh garlic. Where's it at? Right here. All right. Now, we're going to do the same thing that we did with the meatloaf. I'm going to do a tablespoon and a half of cumin. Tablespoon and a half of garlic powder, because I have 3 pounds of meat here. So we're going to be making some small meatballs, because the last time I made them big, there was more meatballs than there was noodles. So I'm going to make them small so that it's an even amount all the way through. palm full of parsley. About that much. Okay. Then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese and some garlic. You want more Parmesan cheese, so I'd say that's about 2 cups of Parmesan cheese. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of garlic, minced garlic. Okay. Let me get all this stuff put away and out of my way so I'm not knocking stuff over or on the floor, anything like that. So that away. Close this up. Put this back over here. And then I can put this here for now. Alright, now we're going to mix this all through. Alright, we got this all mixed through. Smells really good. Move this out of the way, and then we're going to take a tablespoon and just roll it into a ball. And that's plenty small enough. Put it on our tray. So, I'm going to put you guys on hold, and I will get back to you when I have all 3 trays rolled. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, welcome back to Large Family Diabetic Cooking. This is Stephanie. I got our meatballs done. So I'm going to get these in the oven, and then I'm going to get the stuff out that we need to do the sauce and get that prepped and get my water on to do the noodles. So let me turn you this way. Lean you this way so that way you can see. We're going to put our meatballs in the oven. Alrighty. That is done. So now, got to straighten out my rug in front of my oven. Alright. Now, I got to go get the rest of the stuff that I'm going to use to put together the, to do the noodles and to get the sauce together. So I'm going to put you on hold one more time, get everything together, and then we're going to get started on the sauce, and I'll get the water on the stove so it can start boiling for the noodles. Now, the lady that's supposed to be coming to pick up her meals, this is only half of it. She will be here at 5. It is 2:31. So, I got to get everything done. I have to do the Swedish Meatball Casserole, and then I got to do the... I'm going to try and get it done. If I don't get it done, I will do it over the weekend, and she'll have to pick it up on Sunday after dark ball. So, but the last thing I got to do is the to get the rest of the meals done today is the enchiladas, the chicken enchiladas, which won't take long because it's basically a sauce and putting everything together. So, I will be back. Hey y'all, welcome back to Large Family Diabetic Cooking. And guess what's done? The meatballs. So we're going to get those out. I got my UV gloves. They're like UV gloves. So I'm going to use these. I figured since it's close to the holiday time, might as well break out my gloves. So I'm going to put them over here so that they can cool. And then we're going to get ready and do our sauce. Get another one out. And these are much better. They're smaller than the last time, because the last time I made these, they were huge. So, all we have to do is, one is going to go to my daughter's friend, and then tonight, we're going to have the meatball casserole for dinner because the kids love it. I got the oven off. I got my water boiling because I want to do my noodles and get them done and get them separated into get them separated into three pans. One's going to go to her. I thought I was going to be able to get 4 pans out of it, but no, I will not. But some of these, I'm not going to put a whole lot in each pan, so that way I have some left over, so that way if they want more Swedish meatball casserole, I have 3 more bags of the extra wide egg noodles. And I will have extra meatballs in the freezer, so when they do want some, I have them. You know what I mean? So we're going to dice up. I got my water boiling. It's getting ready to boil. Then I'm going to put my noodles in because I've got 3 bags of noodles here that I gotta do, and I've got to cut up these onions. So, I mean, if we can manage it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold off and do the hold off on the I don't know if I can, because I did the no, I cannot. I'm gonna have to make it. I thought I could hold off on doing the could hold off on doing the enchiladas, but I cannot. So. So I'm gonna put these in here for the Lord, these onions are potent. Whew. These onions are horrid. Good Lord. And I got another one to do. Oh Lord, my eyes. Jeez. Alright, so let's get these ones chopped up real quick, and then seriously. This is easier. Just do it this way. Getting there. Oh wow. These are really burning my eyes. Good Lord. Okay. Oh, you can't see nothing. I don't have you guys tilted, not a thing. Let me clean my hands. I don't have that much left to do except this little bit right here. But these are some potent onions. Let me tell you. Alright, let me see where my... Alright, that's done. Whew, thank God. Filling up my sink. Alright, my water is boiling, so I need to get my noodles in. So, put you right here. I'm sorry you can't see, but right now my microwave's in the way, and get my noodles in. this down a minute. And then I'll add the other bag. Just cook down some. Get all 3 bags in there. This is what we're having for dinner tonight, and then my daughter's friend, I told her, I said, if we're going to be making these meals, she needs to have a freezer large enough to put these meals in because they're in 9x13 pans. So, my daughter says that she has a freezer that will So we're going to let this cook down, and now we're going to get this turned on. I've got 3 sticks of butter in here. So where's my front? There we go. We're going to melt that, and we're going to put our onions in here. And then I'm going to add some salt. A lot of salt, just a little bit, to help start the process of pulling. That was probably 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and that will help start pull the liquid out of the onions and get them cooking down faster. So. When the noodles are done, I'll bring you back. Alright, y'all, noodles are done. Now I'm working on the sauce, and I'm going to split the noodles between 3 9x13 pans, and then I'm going to get the meatballs split between the pans also. So, let's do that. Because right now I've got my onions cooking in butter. 3 sticks of butter, 2 large onions. So I got that cooking now, and once they're translucent and soft, we're going to move on to the next step, which will be the butter and making our roux. But the noodles need not the noodles, the pasta, the onions need to cook down. Alright, so now we're going to divide these between the 3 pans that we have here. That's hot, 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 hot. Put a little bit more in here. And then this, whoops. I wasn't supposed to do that, but it come flying out of there. So let me get this in the sink. And then what we're going to do is we're going to I was able to get 24 meatballs per pan. So what we're going to do is we're going to, do you see how small these turned out? They turned out really nice. So we'll be able to do all 24, maybe. I just want to make sure that it's not going to be too much. So let's see. Pan. So I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in each one. So 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we'll do another row of meatballs, and that will be, that's going to be 16 meatballs per container. I'm going to add a little bit of some of this, just a little bit, because the noodles are sticking together, and I'm going to use a little bit of that to help, just a tiny, tiny bit, as you saw, to help coat the noodles. And this will help coat the noodles. Some more. I might do some more meatballs because these cooked up really small. And the last time I made these, I used 5 pounds of ground beef. This time I only did 3 pounds of ground beef. Alright, I think I'm going to add some more. I don't know. I think I may hold off. Yeah, I think I may hold off. I want to wait until I get the sauce in first and see how that turns it out. But 2 will be for dinner, and 1 is going to my daughter's friend. So, I will be back when the onions cook down, and we can move on to the next step. See you in a bit. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I put the flour in. I did about 1.5 cups of flour. Now I need to turn this down a little bit. Now I need to do my broth. Remember I said 2 tablespoons, 4 cups of water. 1 1 tablespoon per cup of water. Jeez. Right, now we're going to start adding in our broth a little at a time. Then when it thickens up, I'll add the other 2 cups in. I've got 2 cups in right now, and wow, that thickened up fast. So let's get the other 2 cups in. And then I need to add some more water and then some heavy cream. Because it was still kind of that in there, and then we're going to add our heavy cream, and we're going to add our cream cheese, and we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce. So now it says for 1 cup of heavy cream, I'm going to do 2. All right. It says for the Worcestershire sauce, it says 4 tablespoons. So, but I doubled this, so that's going to be 8. Now, I'm going to add the 3 things of cream cheese here. Because it would be 1 block of cream cheese per container. But because I was going to double the recipe, but I decided to do a recipe and a half. So that's why I'm only doing three blocks. Alrighty. I didn't get to my because she's going to be here at 5 to pick up, so I didn't get to the chicken enchiladas. So I will do that over the weekend, and I will record that, and you will see that because there's one more thing I have to record, and it is a little mini pumpkin pies. Oh, jeez, I missed. So I'll get that here in a second. Alright, let's put this back. fridge. This over here, and let's get this. I turned this up to 4 so I can get this cream cheese melted down in here. So. I need a spoon to taste, because I have not added the salt and pepper, and I probably won't, because when I'm watching my salt intake. And another thing is she may have to watch her salt intake after having surgery so that she doesn't swell up or anything like that. So, and I'll just tell her that she can salt and pepper hers whatever way she prefers. But I do want to taste what I do have done. Oh. That is amazing. This will be just enough for these 3 casseroles right here. So. I don't know if she's allergic to onions or whatever, or not onions, I'm sorry, mushrooms, but there was a couple of foods that I wanted to make that call for mushrooms, and I don't know if she just doesn't like them or if she's allergic to them. So I had to switch everything up meal-wise. So that way that's a little thick, so let me add some more water. Okay, there we go. And I loosened it up a little bit. Do what it needs to do, and then I'll have to do the chicken enchiladas over the weekend because my body is wore out. And I've been in the kitchen since noon today. I probably would have had it done if I had known about the oven beforehand. If they had let me know what happened, or I could have been in here at 11, had it done, and then moved on. And I probably would have casserole, or not casserole, I'm sorry. Chicken enchilada's done, but that's okay. I'm going to add the sauce after all this cream cheese melts and breaks down, so I don't have see all these little cream cheese chunks in here. So let me get back to you in a minute as soon as this all finishes up and I get it where I want it. I'll be right back. Hey y'all, welcome back. The sauce is done. So we're going to add the sauce to these pans and get it stirred up. And then they're going to be, this is what's going to be for our dinner tonight. So I know 2 of these pans will be gone before dinner time. Well, at dinner time. About 2.5 cups per. Alright, I don't have a paper plate or anything, but ooh, I can get a saucer. That'll work. Alright, now we're going to stir it up. Make sure there's enough sauce to coat the meatballs and the noodles. Because the last time I made this, it was not enough sauce. So that's why I decided to double up the sauce, because it needed to coat the noodles and the meatballs too. So I still don't think that's enough sauce, but we're going to do the other 2 pans, the other 2 trays first, and make sure that we have enough, and then we'll divide what's left between all 3 trays. Stir it up. Okay, now what you'll do is you will wait till this cools, and you will put it in your freezer and let it thaw. Let it freeze. But do not stack them until they are completely frozen solid. Then you can stack them. This is going to need some more sauce, but that's okay because I still got one more tray to do. Right here. Okay, so now we're going to stir all this up, and then I'm going to divide the rest between all 3 trays. So that way there is plenty of sauce per noodle and per meatball. So where is, I need my spatula. And this will help me divvy up. All right. In the sink and soaking. This all cleaned up. Be right back. Washed my hands while I was over there. And then I'm going to stir the rest of this up. Hang this. I'm going to stir the rest of those up, and then we're going to get them. Wait for these to cool down and get them in the fridge. So, this is dinner tonight. So, I mean, it's up to her what she wants to do. She can either eat one tonight for dinner, or she can put it in the freezer. It is 3:52. So, let me see, because if this still feels hot on the bottom, yeah, it does because of the sauce. Okay, but by the time she gets here at 5, I could tell her to put hers in the freezer, and or she can have it tonight for dinner and just pop it in the oven on 350. For a half an hour. Now, if you're taking yours straight out of the refrigerator, and putting it in the oven, then you will bake it for 45 minutes, because it'll take time to get that chill off. Up. And then here you go. This is our Swedish meatball casserole. So I'm going to get these covered in foil and in the fridge, and wait for Carly's friend to come pick up her food at 5, and this is Swedish Meatball Casserole. Thank you all for coming in and sticking around, and I will see you all